shall we move into a very MLS 2.0 move? Or unless you have anything else to add about our great men's national team.
No, nothing to add. We can move on to Giorgio.
So Giorgio Chiellini did finish his final game as a Juve player at 37 years old. And as soon as it finished, Fabrizio Romano, my guy, the GOAT, claims that he is one step away from joining LAFC on a free. I'll go ahead and start this here. The only positive that's coming out of this is it's a TAM deal. It's not a DP deal. So I don't love this. I'll just leave it at that. I don't love this move. LAFC don't need to put people in the stands. They don't need to sell tickets. They don't need to sell jerseys. They've got aren't they like 4 deep at center back? Didn't we look this up the other day?
They're crazy deep at center back.
Yeah. What is the point? Am I missing something? Is somebody like stupid hurt, like never coming back to play ever again type of thing? Eddie
Segura is hurt, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah, but you got Mario Mbake, Daniil Henry, Sebastian Ibeagam, Traore, and Tony Leone. And Franco Escobar can slide in there. What is the point of bringing this guy
even
in?
Hollingshead could go there.
I mean, anybody. Kellen Acosta could go there too, but here we go. What in the heck is the point, man?
Oh, there is no point. It's a dumb move. It doesn't make any sense. I don't know what they're doing. I agree with you. Besides the fact that he's just not, he's not obviously he's a massive name worldwide, but I don't think he's the name that comes in here and sells a ton of jerseys. Like, you see that, are you excited? Would you be excited to go get a Chiellini LAFC jersey? Like, this isn't Messi.
Not really. Yeah. Look, so here's the deal, right? You're gonna have your Italian like Americans who are going to drool over this signing. Like, people are gonna lose their mind. But in the long run, what is this really gonna do for us?
They're gonna drool over the signing until they watch him play on the field, and then they're gonna be pulling hairs out.
Well, again, it's a different game. Do I think he'll be okay?
No.
Yeah, I do. I think he'll be okay. The only thing that I think makes him a not good player in this league is the fact that he expects something to happen, and our league just does it completely backwards. Like, he expects the ball to go left. They try to kick it left, and it just ends up going right because we can't kick the ball right, and he gets beat. Like, something dumb like that. I think this dude is one of those guys who's going to play until you drag him off the field, and he will just be an absolute monster because that's just who he is. But am I signing him to my team on a TAM deal? Like, am I asking Red Bull to pick him up as my third center back in my high pressing system where we're going to have to make 7 to 9 recovery sprints a half? No shot. I think he will bring. The only thing I can see this being beneficial is bringing some leadership to a locker room of relatively young center backs. Right? If I'm looking this up, Daniil Henry, 29, okay. Eddie Segura, 25. Mario, 28. And Mbake, 19.
Yeah, so Mbake is really your only young center back.
Maybe not. Maybe I lied. I didn't realize.
This doesn't make you can't rationalize it. However hard you try,
you're right. You're right. There's no shot in making this rational. You're right. I tried. I failed. Awful.
You could rationalize it on another team. You can't do it for this LAFC team. I mean, we talked about it. This team is like possibly the deepest of all time. There was just no reason to do this. I really don't understand it.
Tell me what you think about if he comes in. What type of impact does he make on the field and all that? Tell me what you think he does.
All logic in my head says that he would struggle here. He's going to be, assuming he comes in the summer, he will literally be turning 38 when he's joining the league. Like, I want to pull up a list of all the 38-year-old defenders that are in this league right now. And I guarantee you, if I go through that list, at least 50%, if not more, will be not playing or not playing well. And I will look it up as
I'm
I
looking it
talk.
up right now. You keep going.
But I just like, we talk all the time about how physical this league is, and the league continues to get younger. And I feel like that will just continue to make it a more physical, fast-paced league. And I just struggle to see how a 38-year-old Giorgio Chiellini is going to be able to keep up with the pace.
Man, it is going to be absolutely awful when he is one of two 38 plus or 37 plus year old center backs, and he's the second best center back to Drew Moore.
Drew Moore is the only other.
Drew Moore is the only one. Unbelievable.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, why? Like the last. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say Chiellini is a different monster. I don't think he has the switch. But again, how is he going to handle cross-country travel on a Wednesday night? How is he going to handle all that?
There's so many factors that go into this. So many.
This isn't playing in Italy. You're not making a 4-hour trip as your longest trip of the year.
No, you're going to play FC Dallas in 100-degree weather, and then
on a Wednesday night with 3,000 people in the stand.
Yeah, and then like by the start of next season, you're going to play Minnesota in like -15.
Yeah,
it's like
not to mention your cross country
the travel.
It's massive, right? And then you got the turf that he's probably not going to play on because that's none of those older guys will play on the turf. It's bad for their knees.
No, and I understand this is a TAM deal, but I highly doubt this is like a cheap TAM deal. This is still
this is peak TAM. Like, you spend $1 more, he's a DP.
Exactly. So it's crazy expensive for a guy that is, what, are you just going to play him like half the games? Like, this isn't Thierry Henry in 2015 MLS. This is,
well, and again, this isn't MLS 2.0 anymore. No. Right? You're gonna ask this guy to defend against
Carlos Vela.
Bro. Sorry, yes, Carlos Vela. But my first instinct was Brian White, and I would love for Brian White to spin Giorgio Chiellini. Bro, Brian White spins Giorgio Chiellini for his 3rd goal of the game, and I swear to you, I would lose my mind. This whole world would hear my wrath. I love it. Right, he would be good against. Honestly, I think he'd be better off in games where you got to play 3 at the back. You got to have people surrounding him who can make that recovery run. And you have to be playing against somebody who's going to serve the ball in constantly. Anybody who's going to try and play tiki-taka through you, he's beat. And I think what he's going to do is he's going to expect a lot out of his teammates. And every time something goes wrong, he's going to blow up. And nobody's going to, I'm not going to say nobody's going to care, but they're just going to stop listening to him at some point. Man, I don't get it. I don't get why. Do I think he makes this team worse? No, not at all. I don't think this changes anything about LAFC. I just don't get
it. I mean, maybe it's a hot take, but I feel like it could make it worse if he gets consistent enough game time. I just genuinely, there's so many factors working against him here to be successful. I'm not saying that he 100% will be, because obviously he's, like you said, a different animal. He is one of the greatest defenders of all time, but he's coming in age 38. He's going into a league he's never played in before, so he totally has to adjust to the new style of play. He has crazy travel and like weather changes that he's going to have to deal with, on top of like turf fields and regular fields and baseball stadiums. And he also has to adjust to the physicality of the league. So there's so many factors working against him, I feel like.
I can't imagine adjusting to the physicality of this league is going to be terribly hard for him. But what I can see is this turning into a 3-back LAFC team if he does get legit. Put Murillo, Fall, and Chiellini in the middle with Hollingshead or Escobar or Palacios on those wings. Let them go and just serve and serve and serve. Put Acosta, Cifuentes in the middle, and let Vela, Aranjo, Rodriguez, Apoku. I mean, they've got so many options of what they want to do. This almost hurts them in a way because right now they've been locked in that 4-3-3. That's been their shape. Bringing him in gives you the option to go 3-5-2 or 5-2-3 or do all these things, and then you have to move other people around to accommodate him, even if it's the field because you're changing shape that way. There's just so much that could go wrong. It feels like a really MLS 2.0 move. It feels like a very Montreal signing Alessandro Nesta at the end of his career. Couldn't tell you a single game he played in, couldn't tell you a single thing he did. Just feels like a reach for nothing.
Yeah, couldn't have said it better myself. I can't wrap my head around it. Can't figure out why.
Comment down below. Let us know what you think about that. Let us know if you would agree with us, if you think this is a great move, if you think we're out of our minds. We'd love to tell you how wrong you are. So